Anonymous.
Collective, what's going on? Welcome to my channel for those who are new, and welcome back to everyone who is familiar. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, because things can and will change based on the choices and decisions that you make. Please be aware the choices and decisions that you do make can and will affect the people around you, so please use discernment. Okay? Let's get it started with this Yang energy reading. Give me some messages for the collective for this Yang energy read. Uh-oh. We'll try this again. There we go. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to focus on? And what do they need to release? Page of Swords. Where did things go wrong? The Ten of Cups in reverse. The Page of Swords. Okay, you may be overthinking. Well, I'm not going to say overthinking. I think now it's like you're finally taking time to think and to reflect. Curiosity, wanting to know the truth, to gain some knowledge. Okay? Or you may gain some type of knowledge or truth about some type of issue at home, some infidelity issues.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, Ten of Cups. Separation, divorce, dreams being shattered, a wake-up call, if you will. Having to go back to your parents' house, or having to go back to a friend's house. It's like processing information. With this Ten of Cups. Star card, but you remain very optimistic. So this gives you positive energy. This pretty much opens up the doors for you if you are. It's like facing reality. Somebody gets a wake-up call, reality hits. And this is like the spark that gives you that push. That Star card, having faith in oneself, believing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may also be getting more and more into their spirituality. Curious, knowledge, you feel what I'm saying? Because also, like with the Ten of Cups, it could be like breaking traditional ways of how things are supposed to be. Trying out new things. Trying to look at life from a different angle. From a different perspective. Six of Wands in reverse. With the Page of Swords. Learning from past mistakes. Learning from your hiccups. So I feel like whatever this is, whatever dream that had been shattered, like this is actually going to turn into a blessing for you. So right now it feels like you may be lost. Off path, off your, you know what I mean? Like not really focused, straying away from the path. In the same sense too, you may not like this, but like I say, this is a wake-up call. The way that this is coming about. Because it's like curious, young energy, like young-minded, like looking at things, having a fresh outlook on shit, right? And that's because of like having somebody's dreams, having your dreams or what you believe, having that shattered is going to turn out to be a blessing for you. It may give you anxiety, you feel what I'm saying? But it's going to work itself out in the long run. One of the Ten of Cups. Wait a second, yeah. No, I caught that. Five of Swords. The Page of Wands. Be careful what you wish for. This may be the reason behind dreams being shattered, things going, family issues, problems at home. If you're married, why you are constantly fighting with a spouse. I feel like you asked for truth when you were praying. You asked for clarity, truth, something to be revealed to you. Whoever's not good for you, please reveal it. 5 of Swords. Whoever doesn't mean me any good, please reveal them and remove them from me. People who are two-faced, starting petty arguments, starting rumors, gossip, things of that nature. And you're wondering like, well, what the fuck just happened? You asked for it. 15:6. Don't feel guilty about it now. Yeah, don't feel guilty about it at all. Like I said, this had to happen in order for better things to happen. One in the Star card. Be careful what you wish for. Be very intensive with how you ask for shit. Because Uranus comes with change. Being oneself, individual. You have one individual that doesn't like you. You actually have several. Because the 5 gives me multiple people. Page of Swords. Excuse me. I told you. Faith restored. Curiosity. Learning new ways. Learning new ways to get over your fear first and foremost with this Moon card. But like I say, you're going to receive, oh look, a butterfly. Transformation. Isn't there a butterfly in here as well? Maybe not this one, but yeah. So yeah. This awakening, revelation, truth that you found out, it's inspiring you and it's pushing you to explore more. It's awakened your curiosity to learn more, to figure more out about yourself. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's like somebody may be going more into spirituality, breaking those traditional norms and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't like how, not to, if you are religious, I don't mean no disrespect, but, there are people in these factions that criticize and that are hypocrites. 5 of Swords energy, hypocrites to people who are spiritual. Because someone's more curious and actually like to look up information on their own, people have an issue with that. Okay, so you may end up separated from a lot of people due to your beliefs. And that's something that may bother you. In the back of your mind, it's like that may be something that's keeping you from pushing forward. But in the same sense, just do it anyway. Do what feels right in your soul. Don't worry about the hypocrites. It was meant for them. It was meant for you to separate from them to begin with. What on the 6 of Wands? Four of Cups, a fall from grace. So you're being warned. Either you were warned or you are being warned. Somebody is like literally like gonna attack you for your beliefs. You have to hold your ground. You got to stand your ground on this one. Okay? You may not have the same support that you once had because of your beliefs. And that's completely fine. But your ancestors are warning you that, in the same sense too, I do feel like the warning is like some things you need to keep to yourself. Some things are just sacred with the 4 of Pentacles. Some things you need to keep to yourself. In the same sense, like, Because like I'm seeing here with this 3 of Wands too, is that when people separate from you, for some odd reason, like I did let that play, but like life is good. And it's ironic that that song came on. And like I say, it's like, if you heard what he just said, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same type of concept, you know what I mean? Like, you basically would need to, in order for your life to be good, you have to stand and think on your own. Understand that not everybody's going to have the same interests as you. As much as you may want to share, no, you have to protect yourself a lot more. 6 of Wands, because not everybody wants the best for you. If you feel like you've been down on your luck, like you're not being prosperous, you're allowing outside influence to dictate that. Yeah, that future verse will be significant to this reading. The remix version of it, though. The version that I have right here, it's the remix verse that he had with his original, because of how, like, I liked them. It sounded better without all the features and stuff like that. But yeah, like, what he talks about in that verse has a lot to do with him battling his conscience, in the same sense, like outside influence, you know what I mean? One line he says is like, he's like, help me fight my demons, y'all know the usual.
You'll be co-pilot.
Help me fight my demons, y'all know the usual. I put a chop in a Ruger, hang on the block, the shooters, throw away the cougar, she didn't want to leave. Treated like garbage, my heart was on my sleeve. So yeah, it has a lot to do with that, you feel what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff is a distraction. Life is a lot better when you cut it, when you cut those distractions. Like, in the same sense, if you look at the characteristics of Future and how, like, he has all these multiple baby mamas and everyone's always trying to exploit this, that, and the third about him. At the end of the day, is like, he's still successful. He's still able to maintain and take care of all these people. You know, people love his music. In a sense, as much as people are trying to tarnish his reputation and his image, at the end of the day, he's happy with how his life is. In the same sense, you should too. So be careful about, like, the company that you're keeping, because they don't want to see you prosper. They're trying to take you down a notch, the same way that they do with Future. One is 3 of Wands. Five of Cups in reverse. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, this separation, this leaving, whatever you're leaving behind, it's awakened something for you to get a better life. So it's like, it's better to get off whatever path that you were focused, or that you were, you know, happy about, faithful about. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Like, cause you, in the same sense, I feel like this is gonna be inevitable. Like, somebody is about to get taken down a notch, and it's because it's like they have to realize that people that was around them really didn't have good intentions for them. And this will be the start of you starting the healing process. Of course, you're going to be sad. You're going to be guarded. But don't allow that to distract you. Remain happy. Remain harmonious. That's all I'm saying. Building better relationships. Because the Lover's card is about finding that peace and that balance. Because you have a lot of people here, or you have people here who don't give a fuck about you. People that you consider to be family. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to always be blood. But you know how we always say, like, oh, this is my brother, this is my sister. You know, that's my cousin. And y'all ain't got no type of blood relation. It's just how somebody acts is something similar to family. And they end up acting like your actual family that will betray you and do all this other shit. So, yeah, you know, look at it like that. You have people around you that are being two-faced. They don't believe in who you are, but they're curious about you. You feel what I'm saying? So they may challenge you, and you're being warned not to give so much information. Don't be so open, and don't be so forgiving. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to constantly keep bringing you problems. The Six of Wands has a lot to do with having to constantly keep fighting through issues. Before you get to the Seven of Wands where you're struggling and shit, yeah, the Six of Wands is like, all right, in reverse, you got to continue to keep fighting, continue to keep pushing. It's a setback, not a complete loss. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassment. And then with the Lover's card, I feel like love is what had somebody distracted that got them off their path. But it's going to be the same love that they have for themselves that helps them step away from the path that they were once leading. And feeling the way that you feel in the same sense is going to rub people the wrong way. They're not going to like it. And it's because they no longer have control over you. Okay? But I'm going to end that right here. Much love and light to you guys. Peace.